Both of these teams have their minds on springtime and playoffs, but there's a long way to go before they decide this 8th spot. The Islanders and Hurricanes have 3 meetings to go. This will be the first of those 3, and we're happy to have it for you right here on Metro TV. Hi again, everyone. I'm Howie Rose. Joe Micheletti will join us in just a moment as the Islanders get set to face the Hurricanes. Now, the Islanders come off of a 2-0 loss in Toronto. And when you think of the Islanders in Toronto, you can't help thinking of that playoff series a couple of years ago. And that, of course, also makes you think of the head coach at the time, Peter Laviolette. Well, Laviolette is now the head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. Stan Fischler spoke with him just yesterday.
It's got some extra meaning for me playing against the Islanders, but more importantly, the Islanders occupy 8th spot in the playoffs right now, and time is ticking, and it's not on our side. And we've been plodding along at 500, win 2, lose 2, and it's not going to be good enough. The good thing is that there's still a possible 70 points out there, and the Islanders are a team that we play 3 times, and we have got to make the most of that opportunity when we play them.
So what does this game mean? Well, in the short term, there are 6 points separating the Islanders, who are 8th, from the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 12th. You've got those other teams in between. So these next 3 games with the Hurricanes can go a long way towards determining at least one of these teams' fate. How do the Islander players, Sean Bates, feel about facing Peter?
Should be interesting. Pete's been behind our bench the past 2 seasons. It's going to be a different look for us, obviously, playing against him. But, he has a new start out here, and it's something that we can't worry about.
It'll be a hard game. I know he makes sure the teams are always prepared and working hard. So I'm sure they'll want to win it for him. But we're the kind of team that we have to worry about ourselves, not worry about the other team.
So the Islanders face their old coach. How big a deal do you think it is to the players?
I think it's just somewhat of a big deal because of what happened at the end of last year. But I think more importantly, they want to just remember that they've got to get points. I mean, this is a tight race. It seems like for that 8th spot. And as far as Peter Laviolette is concerned, when we talked to him this morning, he tried to kind of keep everything low key. I think there's a lot more going on in there than what he let us know anyway.
Well, for one Islander in particular, forget about who's coaching. The story is who's going to the All-Star game. And for New York, it's Adrian Aucoin.
Congratulations to Adrian. It was automatic that he would be named to the All-Star game. He's had a tremendous season, coming off a great win, a great season last year. And he does so much for this team. Plays the minutes, plays defensively, scores. His plus-minus, his tops in the leagues as we go into tonight's action. He plays a physical game. He's big and he's strong and he can do a lot of things. And what I like about him too is he's one of the leaders on this team, and he's vocal, and he's one of the main reasons I think why this team has been in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Aucoin continues to get all kinds of playing time, but at 26-25 down there, that's a little bit less than what he was doing before. As far as the Hurricanes are concerned,
became good players because they're great players, and Adrian Aucoin to me is a world-class athlete that just got an opportunity, and he came to Long Island a great hockey player and got some more opportunity and some more ice time, and he made the most of it. Jason Blake, same thing, another great hockey player, and I think that they've done well because it was inside of them, and just given the opportunity, they made the most of it.
Peter was pretty gracious this morning, wasn't he?
He was. He's right, though. He got an opportunity to coach in a situation where Mike Milbury was under a lot of pressure to hire someone that was an established coach, and he took a chance with Peter Laviolette, and he appreciated the risk he took.
So since coming to Carolina, Peter's Hurricanes have been a game under 500. He's been getting good goaltending from Kevin Weeks. Rick DiPietro will be in goal for the Islanders.
Yeah, this is a team, Carolina, that's played very well defensively all year, but they're the lowest scoring team in the league, and with Peter Laviolette as the coach, he wants a more up-tempo style.
The Islanders start sketchered between Bates and Hunter, with Ninema on defense along with Kenny Janssen. Rod Brindamore's line starts out for the Hurricanes as Sketcherd got a drive on that was juggled a bit by Weeks. Number 14, Kevin Adams, playing along with Brindamore on this line, with Eric Cole, number 26, on the right side. Nicholas Valine, number 7. Brett Hennigan, number 6, starting on defense for Carolina. The Hurricanes won the only meeting between these teams. That was back in late November at the Coliseum, a 2-0 win. Again, as we mentioned a moment ago, the Hurricanes are the lowest scoring team in the league. Rookie Eric Stahl left it for O'Neill. Jeff O'Neill has been hot recently. Shot it wide. Glenn Wesley failed to play the puck. Hunter for the Islanders the other way with a drive that's gloved and held by Weeks.
Yeah, hot, Howie, is Jeff O'Neill. 5 goals in his last 4 games. And O'Neill is one of those players they need to really get going in order for Carolina to make a run at the playoffs. Here's a look at tonight's scratches. Of course, Parrish is out with the injury, as is Yashin, Goddard, and Bouchon, both healthy. Ward had surgery on a wrist. Rabada is a healthy scratch.
And there will be a new face in the Islander lineup. Justin Mappletoft was sent down to Bridgeport. Eric Manlow, who played with the Islanders briefly last year, is back up. Manlow will wear number 20.
And the other name on there for Carolina, Swoboda, he has been sent to the minors as of today.
Diaz Winehandle works on Wesley behind the Carolina net. Winehandle, Tchaikovsky, and Kavasha, the Islander forward line. And the puck sent out of the Carolina zone. Chase Ford, Big Joseph Wozicek, number 63, steps into Martinic just as Martinic touches up for an icing. They'll bring it deep into the Hurricane zone.
Joseph Wozicek leads this team in goals with 13 on the year, and he came up as a center, a very promising young center iceman that really got better and grew up a lot when they went through that playoff run a few years ago when they got to the finals. But he's been switched to wing. Now playing on wing with Ron Francis at center.
Cliff Running, the center for the Islanders now on this line with Blake and Asham. Running won the draw back to the blue line, but then the Hurricanes clear out. Eric Cairns paired with the all-star Adrian Aucoin on defense. Carolina going with Marty Murray, number 15, up front, along with Craig Adams, number 27, Jesse Bolaris, number 36. Asham failed to hold it. Now Running tries to return it. Asham takes it to the corner. Bubner was working Ronning over behind the net. Puck comes to the other side, and Murray, number 15 for Carolina, gets it out of the zone, but a whistle and a penalty coming up.
A penalty against Carolina. This one will be for holding, so the Islanders get an early power play chance. And this is an area where Carolina has really struggled as of late on the penalty kill. Under Peter Laviolette, they're going through a rapid change in the way they are killing penalties. And they're trying to be more and more aggressive. And this is Bruno St. Jacques with the hold in the corner, and the Islanders power play. But Carolina's trying to be aggressive now on the penalty kill, and they've been getting burned as of late.
Yanni Ninema throws it at the net, deflects to Winehandle, and then Weeks makes a left pad save on Matthias Winehandle. And the Hurricanes come out. Craig Adams, number 27, plays it across, and Kevin Adams, no relation, sends it deep. So 23 seconds gone on the Islander power play. Kavasha spins it around from the left wing boards. Reverse back to the other corner. Sean Hill, number 22, ran into the official, which frees it to Kavasha, who got it to the net off a deflection from a Carolina skate, and off of Wesley, and then right to Weeks, who covered up.
And Sean Hill still having a conversation with the referee, Stephen Walcom, behind the net. First good chance right off the face-off. Now this is right at the end. This one goes off the skate of Glenn Wesley, and Kevin Weeks is able to cover up. The Islanders had an early chance on that power play on the side of the net when Winehandle had the chance. Howie, the reason that Carolina is having problems on the penalty kill now is because under Peter Laviolette, if you remember the last 2 years, he wants his penalty killers to be very aggressive. While they were kind of passive here in Carolina before he got here. So now there's some confusion trying to go through that change of when to be passive, when to be aggressive, and when you do that, you hesitate, and that leaves openings for the power play.
And that's before you even talk about Carolina's problems on the power play, because their special teams in both departments have really struggled. Power play is next to last. Penalty killers third from last. But right now they're effective to this point. 48 seconds remain to the Islander power play. Justin Papineau slaps it around the boards. Papineau, Running, and Hunter with Aucoin and Janssen, the Islander power play. All the way to the far side. Janssen pinches. That keeps it deep. Running backs the play up, and the Islanders have it back. Hunter centers, score! Papineau! And And the pinch by Janssen effectively started the play, which is finished on the power play by Justin Papineau, and the Islanders lead it 1-0.
Yeah, and then the pass from Hunter as well from the corner. And Brett Hedekin was kind of in between, and the pass went right through his legs. In fact, might have deflected off his skate. Let's see the pass go through. That goes off the skate, and then Papineau is there to put it in. See how aggressive Carolina is? And then they try to get back on the play, and Papineau just does a good job reaching out. Had a man pulling on him from behind. He reaches out with the stick to put it in. Big goal. Islanders lead it 1-0.
Papineau had scored 3 goals in a 2-game stretch, but then had gone the last 5 games without so much as a point. Now he's got the Islanders on top. Wozniak the other way for Carolina. Went up high. It went off of DiPietro. Held at the line by Valin, and that shot deflects as it hit Wozniak in front. Wozniak throws it all the way to the far side. Blake trying to chip it out, and he does. Grabbed and neutralized and brought back in offside, however, by Justin Williams, the newest Hurricane.
Now Justin Williams was acquired from Philadelphia to add some offense. Here's another look. Quick puck movement. Good play by Kenny Janssen. Then the pass through. And Papineau does a good job. Papineau's got great hands. And he was able to find that puck as it deflected off the skate. And quickly it was in.
5th of the year for Papineau. Hunter and Janssen pick up the assists on the power play at .332. The Islanders opening period. The shots are 10-1 New York.
Eric Manlow left a wife and 3 young daughters at home when he was called up yesterday. His daughter's very, very young. 6 months, a couple of years, and then one that's under 4. So they've got 3 young kids, but always exciting and a good opportunity for him to come up and show what he's got this year.
He got a chance to play in the NHL. Wife will have to understand, right? Here's a chance for Williams, denied by DiPietro, who's then plowed into by his own man, Trent Hunter.
And nice to see him getting up right away. That was a vicious collision. It was a good play by Carolina and a good scoring chance for Williams, who took the pass from Wozniak. Watch Wozniak just throw it in front, and then diving on the play from behind to try and stop the shot was Hunter. Watch him dive here to try and get the puck, doesn't, and then by that point can't get out of the way of DiPietro. And a pretty good collision, and DiPietro able to get up right away.
So Francis, Wozniak, and Williams, the Carolina line, against the Dave Sketcherd line for the Islanders as Wesley pinches. Gets the puck into the corner where Francis digs it out. Back for Wesley. Long shot grabbed by DiPietro, who had some traffic in front of him. And Wesley has to scamper back for it. 7 minutes to go in the first.
Good save he made on Williams, though, prior to that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Williams was in the clear.
The Islanders scored the first goal of this game. That came on the power play. Justin Papineau ended up with the goal. Good job there by Kenny Janssen and by Ronning to pinch in. And then the pass came across, and Papineau was able to pick up the puck as it goes off the skate of the defenseman Hedekin. That made it 1-0. And then Kevin Weeks took over from that point because the Islanders had a lot of chances to score and make this extend their lead. And Weeks was there to make all these high-quality saves, was up, was down, stopped a lot of these. The Islanders kept the pressure on. O'Coin had a good opportunity, but Weeks kept his team in it. And then Carolina was able to get back in. The second part of the period, Carolina came back and played well. There's a disputed goal that Carolina scored. Hasenfratz was right on top of it, and he was very decisive, even though our replays weren't sure if it went in or not. But maybe the Islanders can take advantage of Williams playing the point on this power play and try and generate something shorthanded.
Didn't take long for Peter Laviolette to decide to use a player he'd not coached before in a precarious situation. And Michael Peca, by the way, takes the draw to start the second period, which is noteworthy because we had surmised earlier when Manlow was thrown out of one and then Papineau took it rather than Peca that it was unlikely that you'd see Michael take any draws tonight, but he takes that one.
He did not take any in the first period.
So with the Hurricanes on the power play, this is Williams bringing it in, leading Wozniak. Backhander left in front by DiPietro. It came right back to him, and now Hill gathers it in at the blue line. Minute to the power play. Wozniak Lost it temporarily to Janssen, and a good play by Jason Blake to send it down the ice.
And that allows the Islanders to change. Remember, the Islanders in the
net missed the net. Trent Hunter with that big shot of his missed the target. And now Williams up to the Islander line. Around Cairns to the net. Williams can't get the shot off. What a play by Justin Williams in beating Eric Cairns. Back the other way come the Islanders. Ronning sends Blake in. Nice move on Wesley. Now he pulls up, leaves it for Hunter, who missed the net again. And it's Wooleries, number 36 for Carolina. Getting it out of the zone. O'Coin knocked Williams down. Islanders changing. Peca moves on. Peca takes the shot, but it hit the leg of Wesley. Then Bugner takes Blake in fairly hard at the far side. Peca goes in to find the puck. He has Williams on him. Feeds the slot. Hunter was checked. Peca recovers. He scores! Michael Peca from long range beats Weeks along the ice, and the Islanders take a 2-1 lead.
Oh, you know what happened on the play? Peca took the shot. I think it would have been wide on the short side, but it looked to me like it hit a stick on the way in and deflected. It hit somebody up high. That changed direction. There's a shot. I'm sure that redirected. You could tell by the reaction, I think, of Kevin Weeks. It looked like to me, though, it took a funny misdirection play and hit somebody, I think, out high near the top of the circle.
Well, assuming it's Peca's goal, it'll be his 7th of the year, and the Islanders have regained the lead.
I think he gets it. I think it hit the Carolina player.
Lean back to touch up for an icing.
Now the Islanders did a good job. You know, Hunter was on the ice, and I believe will get an assist on this play. That was a long shift. Hunter should be given a lot of credit. Remember the play Williams made on Eric Cairns going to the net? That was Hunter that came all the way back to make the defensive play in front of the net on Williams to prevent a goal, and then went all the way back down and participated in the forecheck that led to the Peca goal.
Peca from Blake and Hunter at 3:15. And so the Islanders have regained the lead that they took at almost the same. Peca with a go-ahead goal here. And that came 3.5 minutes into the second period.
Now Bugner and Scatchard exchanging slashes.
While Hunter comes up with a puck. Looking down the middle for Scatchard, trying to get away from St. Jacques. Scatchard from a sharp angle sailed it wide. Final minute, second period. Hunter taken to the boards hard by Cole. Puck recovered by Scatchard for Hunter. Fake the shot, takes it, he scores! Trent Hunter makes it 3-1 New York. Well, he doesn't have a 3-goal game yet, but he's got a 3-point night tonight.
Well, you know what? Scatchard and Bugner were really going at one another, and Bugner felt Scatchard coming into forecheck and gave up the puck. Watch what happens. Scatchard's coming the other way, and he just kind of gives it up right to Scatchard, who then finds Hunter, and what a shot. Faked one shot and then found the opening. As a defenseman, St. Jacques had gone down to block it. There it is again. And he gave up the puck. He felt, I think, Scatchard coming his way, and then how about the shot? Up high, off the post, and in 3-1.
Well, so much for that 8-game drought. For Hunter, his 16th of the year. And it comes in the final minute of the second period to give the Islanders a 2-goal lead over the lowest scoring team in the National Hockey League.
Why don't you say something about Bates?
It's got it coming to him. Blake, a shot kick save made. I don't think Bates wants to hear anymore about his drought, which is now at 19 games plus this one. A save by DiPietro. Everybody overskates the rebound. 12 seconds to go in the period. Blake carries in.
Oh, a tremendous play by Aaron Asham on that last one. On the rebound, he lifted the stick to prevent a goal.
Craig Adams up to the Islander line, held off by Hammerlick as time runs out. So the Islanders get a 2-goal period, putting Peter Laviolette and the Hurricanes into a precarious spot when you figure that this team, the Hurricanes, averages less than 2 goals per game.
Right. Right at the end of the period. Watch the rebound. Watch Asham right there. Lift the stick. See the wide open net. And Asham with a beautiful defensive play as Adams had a wide open net. Lifts the stick, prevents the goal, and it's been a big game thus far by that man right there, Trent Hunter.
A goal, 2 assists, but it's not over yet. 2 periods in the books. And the Islanders with a 3-1 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes in the second of four.
Great experience for me, and I got the opportunity to work with a great organization, a general manager who went out on a limb for me and gave me an opportunity when a lot of other GMs wouldn't, a first-year guy. And if you think back, Mike was on the hot seat himself, and I'll always be grateful for that. I got to work with some tremendous players and play in front of some terrific fans who hadn't been to the playoffs for a while and really made themselves noticeable when we did get there. And all good memories. You know, I think you learn from the good, you learn from the bad, and you take it on, move on with your life, and just kind of use it as life experiences. But my memories of Long Island will always be great memories.
Well, through two periods. Let's take a look at second period highlights. They are brought to you by BMW.
Well, the game was 1-1 at the end of one, and then the Islanders had to kill off a penalty to start the second period. They did that effectively, and then Michael Peca scores a goal. That was a long shot that deflects off a Carolina player. There it is again, and it eludes Kevin Weeks. He was moving to his left. The puck ended up going to the right, and that made it a 2-1 game for the Islanders. And Jason Blake always seems to be in the middle of things. Got in there for the forecheck. Has this chance. Kevin Weeks makes a very good save on Blake, and then shorthanded. Blake with that chance, and gets pushed into the net from behind by Volleen. And then the Islanders continue to work hard and get their forecheck going. Scatcher, what a play on the forecheck. Finds Hunter. Hunter fakes one shot and then picks the perfect spot up over the shoulder of Kevin Weeks off the post and in. The Islanders with a 2-goal lead going into the third.
Hurricanes about shot New York 21 against 17. The Carolina Hurricanes. Now
overtime winner.
That's
right?
only half the story, though. Watch this. He has no idea what to do here as a star of the game. That's still great to look at,
isn't it?
They said, I guess he understood the part about go wave to the crowd. He's at center ice now, and he's waving to everybody.
It was a great moment. I mean, just one of those innocent moments. Like here I am over in the United States in North America, playing hockey, wondering why they want me to go on the ice.
Was that classic?
It was.
That was his first season. 01-02. It's Manlow and O'Neill, and Manlow wins the draw back behind the net. Janssen now met by Brindle. Minute 52 to go in the third. We'll keep an eye on Weeks at the other end. Eric Manlow. Going to go for Stahl. Now Brindle behind the net. Pavel Brindle from a sharp angle, and that deflects back to the boards. Wesley slides it back deep. O'Neill hemmed in by Janssen. Good work by Asham helping out. A minute 30 to go, and Weeks still in his goal crease. Now O'Neill for Wesley. It's batted away and sent out of the zone. Grabbed back by Glenn Wesley. He's got to wait for his mates to get onside. Now he fires it in. Weeks still in the net with 1:15 to go. Can't get out because the Islanders have the puck. And Yanni Ninema floats it out of the zone. Blake tried to chip it further along, couldn't do it. Williams pulled down by Peca. Back in come the Hurricanes. Centering feed deflects as Weeks goes to the bench. Empty net for Carolina. They've got an extra skater on. We reach the final minute of the third period. Puck to the far side, grabbed by Blake, and he sends it out of the zone. Asham after Volleen, who chips it the other way for Hedican. Rink wide feed, played by Cole off his skate. That kept it onside. Islanders get it back. Asham on the empty net, breaks his stick, and Cole brings it out with 37 to go. Eric Cole dumps it into the corner. Pietro decides to come out. He plays it off the glass, actually hit the referee, and comes back to Hammerlick. He uses the glass, but doesn't clear. 26 seconds to go. Cole behind the net, tried to center it, hit Hammerlick. He pitches it to the boards. Hill recovers. Now for Hedican. He shoots, and Pietro with Cole right at his living room makes the save. 16.8 seconds remain in the third period.
The Carolina Hurricanes with an aggressive forecheck to keep the puck alive, keep the play alive, and the last shot with all kinds of players in front. That shot was blocked, and then Hedican, and look at the players in front. That goes up high. That allowed Pietro to see the puck a little better. Good play by Hunter. Watch when Hunter slides down, Hedican has to shoot the puck up high, and that allows Pietro to be able to see the puck and control it.
26.
Scatchard and Francis again.
And again.
And And let's see which way Scatchard goes. He turned his bottom hand over. He's going to try and go to his backhand.
Remember the Carolina net empty, but Francis wins it back to Hill. The shot was blocked, brought out by Bates. Can he break the slump on an open net? He's driving, he shoots, and he hit the side of the net as he was being taken down. Don't try to read his mind. Francis, with 2 seconds left, sends it in, played out of the zone, and the Islanders have defeated the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2. And some shoving ensues right at the end.
Hill and Asham, who have gone at one another most of the game. Huge game for the Islanders. They pick up their 6th win on the road, and they get a couple of points. That'll make Sean Bates happy.
Are they going to be giving him the business or what?
Oh, but he just, I mean, look at him. He's getting tugged at, pulled at here. Cole's got a hold of him, grabs him by the jersey, and he still reaches to try and get the shot, which he did. Watch Cole with his hand. Grab him by the jersey there and spin him around and then use the stick. And Bates, I think he was looking for a penalty shot with him.
Yeah.
Huge win. DiPietro comes up with the victory. The Islanders with a hard-fought 3-2 win, and now they have an 8-point cushion over Carolina.
And they move 2 points ahead of Atlanta. And of course, the Islanders and Thrashers play tomorrow night at the Phillips Arena. So good night for the Islanders as they defeat the Hurricanes 3-2. 2 winners tonight against the Carolina Hurricanes, as the Islanders would score first, see the game tied, have a strong second period, and hold on to the third. Our goal of the game is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the National Hockey League.
And it turned out to be the game winner for the Islanders. Scatchard and Bugner had been having a battle on this shift, and Scatchard ends up on the forecheck. As the puck comes around, Scatchard and Bugner, again, they'll come together. Bugner feels them coming, I think, gives it up to Scatchard, who sets up Hunter, and what a goal. Faked the slap shot, waited, delayed just another second, and then found an opening to put the puck up high, and Scatchard sets up Hunter for the winning goal, and the Islanders get an important 2 points.
Yeah, important, and you look at the standings and start off strongly with a 3-2 win over the Carolina Hurricanes tonight here in Raleigh, spoiling Peter Laviolette's plan to beat his former team in the first meeting between Laviolette and the Islanders since Peter left at the end of last season. And for the Islanders, a strong start. They would build a 3-1 lead before the Hurricanes would make it closer in the third. But for the Islanders, a solid night as they defeat Carolina and start thinking about the Atlanta Thrashers coming up next tomorrow night. Make sure to join us on Fox Sports Net. Our producer has been Kevin Meininger. Our director, Larry Roth. The guy who rolls all the replays is Joni Cucciara's husband, Charles. And the man on the graphics is Peter McEvely. You know his wife, of course, is Sarah. For Joe Micheletti and the rest of our entire Metro TV crew, I'm Howie Rose wishing you a pleasant
night in Carolina. This is the first time that the 39-year-old Laviolette will face his former team. One of the NHL's youngest coaches, Laviolette led the Islanders to the playoffs twice during his stint on Long Island, but that was not enough to keep his job. But on December the 15th, Laviolette back in the NHL as a replacement for Paul Maurice. There's Mr. Laviolette coaching against his former team for the first time. Less than 4 minutes in, Islanders power play. Trent Hunter, super rookie in front to Justin Papineau. He beats Kevin Weeks, 5th goal of the year, one of the Islanders after 1. Second period, tied at 1. Jason Blake to Mike Peca. One-timer beats Weeks. 2-1 New York. Peca's 7th. Love Peca. Last minute of the period, Dave Scatchard finding Trent Hunter. The rookie's 16th goal of the year, high glove side, 3rd point of the night for Hunter. 3-1 Islanders after 2. In the third, Sean Hill to Justin Williams. With the Greg Buckley-like slap shot, our beloved producer beats Rick DiPietro. Kings trail 3-2. 9 seconds in the third. Carolina with the extra attacker. Brett Hedican point shot. But Rick DiPietro with the stop. Islanders win 3-2. Ron Francis playing in his 1700th career game. Only Gordie Howe and Mark Messier have played more games in their career. Rod Brindamore was forced to leave in the first period with a strained groin. He did not return.
The great Al Arbor did it numerous times. His successor, Terry Simpson, did it once. And not since that I Love the 80s era did an Islander head coach take his team to the playoffs in back-to-back seasons until Peter Laviolette came along. Unceremoniously dumped over the summer, but hired by Carolina last month. You'd think Pete had this one circled on the calendar. Islanders, Hurricanes, his first game against his former team. Here we go. He replaced the fired Paul Maurice in mid-December. Coming into this one, the Canes just game under 500 since Laviolette took over. Early first period, Islanders in the visiting white. Kenny Janssen pinches and keeps the puck in the zone. Trent Hunter for Justin Papineau in front. He converts, beats Kevin Weeks. That's his 5th of the year. Islanders on top. 1-0, the game less than 4 minutes old. Later, on a delayed penalty call on the Isles. Puck comes out to the blue line. Sean Hill puts it on goal. Did Rick P. DiPietro stop it? Well, the official says no, it's a goal. They do review it upstairs. A second look shows they made the right call. Hill shot slipping under DiPietro. 1-1 at the end of one. Let's go early second period now. Michael Peca makes the play and then is able to finish it. The shot deflects off a defenseman in front, change of direction, fooled Weeks. Peca's 7th of the year. Islanders up 2-1. Under a minute left in the period now. Hunter cycles and feeds Dave Scatchard, who goes and refeeds for Hunter. His 16th goal, he figured in all 3. Islanders scores on the night. Early third, Carolina cuts it to 1. The newly acquired Justin Williams blasts it past DiPietro, his 7th. 3-2 is the Islander lead at that point. DiPietro has to stand tall on the pipes in the final seconds. Would he do it? Yes, he does. Anxious final moments for the Islanders, but they do hold on. And they win it by the final of 3-2. And Trent Hunter with a goal and 2 assists, your star of the game. DiPietro with 25 stops as the Islanders in their first meeting with Peter Laviolette go on and win it. Close one, 3-2, your final.